So I can apply a name and hailing port properly to the back of this boat, I am going to have to finish somewhat the preparation of this panel here. And let's just remember that the real plan here is not to paint everything white above the rub rails. I'll do that next year, I think. But at least get this part ready, and I'll paint it at the same time I paint the two transoms.
Previously on Sailing 9 Lives.
We hauled the boat out and began a massive task of prepping and priming the hulls, so we could do a color change from a white catamaran to a custom blue.
Between coats of primer and coats of paint, we sanded.
And sanded some more.
At last, we were ready for the top coats, and so applied 3 coats of Palmetto Pride Blue. Any paint job is something like 90% prep work and 10% actual painting.
Between each coat of primer and paint, we had to remask our lines in order to maintain a nice clean edge. All for something that probably no one's gonna see.
That's right.
It's good. I'm gonna undo this thing.
What thing?
I don't know, the ladder?
Why?
Because it's stupid.
Stupid ladder?
It's hard to tape it because it's like weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Alright, so why don't you do the bottom one here first. I'll hold back on this screw and you can take the nut off. Slow train. Stopping train. Huh. Speaking of slow, all this masking took a really long time. Around what's going to be the white stripe, I put a thick border of blue tape, and then the edge itself is made up with a thin piece of yellow tape. That one I can strip off between coats and reapply. Up here, we decided to add an additional white stripe above the blue, just to kind of carry the theme through from what we're doing along the bottom there. I don't know why this train stopped, but I'm stopped because I'm finally done after hours of masking, and I'm waiting for Virginia to get back. She left so she could feed the dogs, but when she gets back, we're gonna paint. For today's fun, I ordered more paint from Engineers Marine Coatings. Basically the chemical portions of the Genius bucket minus all the other fun doodads.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this? It was unbelievably painful.
Disaster strikes. In threes, actually, doesn't it?
Murphy's Law, man.
Murphy's Law.
Everything went wrong.
It all started with me spilling paint all over the deck.
But you really only spilt it because I was asking for a little bit, and so you were handing it to me, and it tilted.
I don't know. I guess that's what happened.
Spilled on the locker top.
It spilled all over it.
And I was rushing to clean it up, and I was trying to then get the cleaning reducer or whatever it's called, and I couldn't reach the ladder with my foot, so I dangled one foot over the edge to try to like work my other leg over like an idiot, and then I got my stupid dirty ass foot all in a brand new coat of paint. And then I tried to clean it with the cleaner, but the stupid rag was putting all this red dust from the fibers all over it.
Yeah, lint and shit. Yeah.
Freaking awful.
Well, that's okay, because I decided to keep going, and I got to about the halfway point, and the paint basically turned into glue. And it was coming off in cotton candy strings, and now there's acne bumps all over the paint. And now we're gonna have to wait for it to dry so we can kind of clean this up.
I don't think I'm gonna add boat painting to my resume.
No. Only problem is we have to wait until tomorrow now because we gotta let it dry.
This is a project that never ends.
In the back here, yesterday's disasters are cleaned up. I sanded everything down, and I think we'll be ready to apply the second coat, and in some cases, like over here, the first coat. Got everything scuffed up, cleaned, masked off, cleaning and wiping. Okay, we're doing small quantities today because it's hot and I don't want the paint to turn into glue.
Well, we have all of our coats done. So we have a blue boat. Woohoo! It's so blue. And we actually ended up painting a white stripe instead of just doing a vinyl stripe. And then we have to sand the whole boat, and we're gonna clear coat just the top. We're not gonna clear coat the bottom paint. That would be a little ridiculous. We're pretty happy with how it came out. For DIY boat painting, it's so much more work than it's worth, I think. If I could do it again, I would probably say paint it white, because it's a lot of work to change the color. So that's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
It absolutely pains me to do what I'm about to do, but I've got to remove these roller marks before we clear. So, a light sanding. Oh God, this hurts. Hello, little girl. Did you come over to help me sand? You could use this if you want. No? All right. Well, why don't you just hang out and I'll sand and you can watch. Let me know how I do.
We got that denim look we wanted so bad. You know, it's all the rage. Nice and not beautiful, you know? Everyone's gonna be so jealous. Hopefully the clear coat takes away some of those scuff marks.
I could tell you were touching the boat. You got it all over your butt.
Oh no!
You're really good at washing stuff, baby.
Yeah. I wish painting the boat was this easy.
I still have a few more hours of sanding to go. Delightful. Final hand sanding. So much for progress.
Sophisticated measuring techniques.
2 to 1.
Oh, very nice, Bubby.
Thank you.
So today we're doing a little bit of the final touch-ups around the boat that just got a little blasted with the sanding, and then we're going to let that sit for a little bit, and then we're going to clear coat it so we can see Duke over here with his fine artist skills about to touch up. Little dainty paintbrush doing a little touch-ups. The sander, this is the sander. We sanded a little bit too much on some areas. Maybe the paint was a little too thin. So now, little tiny baby strokes to touch up the areas. So we're happy with it overall. We're hoping the clear coat really brings out the deeper blue. It was really depressing seeing that final layer of blue paint go on and then slowly just scuffing it away to sort of this like lighter, not so beautiful deep blue. But you know, we're first time boat painters, so what do we know? It's my dunce hat.
I like it. Okay, we are ready for the final step in changing the color of our hulls. Everything is taped off, everything is cleaned, and we are ready to do our clear. And hopefully, all these brush strokes or roller marks, all what remains of the orange peel, which you can't feel, but you could still sort of see, hopefully that'll all just darken out and you really won't see it anymore.
That's fine.
I was wondering why it's because you got a little head.
What?
I'll tell you what, this does look yellow. It's supposed to be non-yellowing clear, already yellow. This looks like piss. That's what it is, pee in a cup. Oh, that's the trigger. Side with a 4.
The final strokes of clear coat. Woohoo! Yeah, paint that boat. The final strokes of clear coat going on right now. Epic. Here we go. Woohoo! Yeah, looking good. Shiny and new. Yeah. Kind of looks like the mask of Spider-Man where his eyes are. What do you think, baby? Looking good?
Yeah. A lot of bugs.
They want to leave their mark on history.
Not here.
Yeah.
Not historic.
Yeah, they want to be remembered. So when 9 Lives becomes famous, that bug will say, I was there. Come on, do your last stroke already. It's taking a long time. This could be it. This could be the last stroke. The very last one is about to happen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. 1. Woohoo! Ah, jeez.
Too many bugs.
Well, I think we're done for now anyway. Let me show you what we ended up with. Definitely to the positive, putting clear coat on did restore the nice deep blue color of the base coat that we originally applied and then sanded down. And I think the extra effort was worth it, sanding the base blue and then clearing, because it did eliminate most of the roller marks. So, like we used to refer to all those beautiful women who looked great from a distance in college. But as they started getting closer and closer, you started to realize, not so much. Yeah, we called those girls 50-footers. And I think this boat is a 50-footer. Hey lady, why are you waddling like a pregnant woman?
I am pregnant.
Oh. Well, and then carry on.
Just exhausted. What? Let me spill my water.
What do you think, babe? Is she a 50-footer?
Yeah, she was pretty hot from where I was.
Don't get too close.
She's sexy though.
She's got some flaws.
Yeah, but you know, the sexy ones always have some hidden flaws.
In our next episode,
We finished the boat's makeover with an overhaul of the bottom paint.
we do a lot of paint stripping, sanding, some fiberglass repairs, and eventually apply a few layers of barrier coat.
It's time to finish up this year's overhaul work and get back in the water. There's literally been 500 turns in the past 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. Crazy train.